Hello my students, this is teacher Salwa Ayad from Al Creative Schools.
Today, inshallah, we're going to start a new subject, which is phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs. Before we start, please open your class books, page 69, unit 7, working with words. So guys, do you know what we mean by phrasal verbs? When to use phrasal verbs and how to form phrasal verbs? If you want to make a phrasal verb, what you have to do is to use a verb plus preposition and you will get a phrasal verb. When to use phrasal verbs, you use a phrasal verb in your daily life, in most of your actions, just as the following pictures. In each one of these pictures, you have a phrasal verb. In the first picture, we have a man. This man tries to put on his jacket. So he's doing an action in his daily life, and he's using a phrasal verb, which is put on, a verb plus a preposition. So in the second picture, we have the same man, and this man, he's trying to take off his jacket. In the third picture, we have a girl. This girl tries to put away her book. In the fourth picture, we have the same girl, and this girl is trying to get out her book. In the fifth picture, we have a man, and this man, he is trying to put down his box. And in the last picture, we have the same man, and he's trying to pick up his box. So we learned that we use phrasal verbs in our daily life in most of our actions. Now, guys, I want you to listen to this audio. I'm going to play the audio, and I want you to listen and repeat.
Listening 61. Listen and repeat.
Put on. Take off. Put away. Get out. Put down. Pick up.
So guys, now you know when to use phrasal verbs and how to form phrasal verbs. What you need to know now is the meaning of each one of these phrasal verbs. In order to help you to know the meaning of each one of these phrasal verbs, I prepared this study sheet for you. In this study sheet, you can find the phrasal verbs that you need to know by now, the meaning of each one of these phrasal verbs, and an example of each one of these phrasal verbs. You can study this study sheet at home, and if you have any question, just contact me. I want to mention a very important point about phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are normal verbs in a sentence, regardless if it's a regular or an irregular verb, which means that if you want to use a phrasal verb, then you have to form it according to the tense of the sentence. Look at these two examples. In the first example, yesterday I looked after my mom because she was sick. We have the phrasal verb looked after. I added ed to the verb because the sentence is in its past tense. I have the keyword yesterday, so it leads us that we have to use the simple past tense. What about sentence number 2? Tomorrow I will hand out the invitation at the door. I added will to the phrasal verb handout because the sentence is in its future tense. We have the keyword tomorrow, so I have to use the future tense in this sentence. This is for the regular verbs. What about the irregular verbs? Now, my students, look at this sentence. Yara cleaned her room and put away her box. This is a simple past sentence. So, why I didn't add ed to the verb put? The answer is simply because put is an irregular verb. Because of that, I don't have to add ed to the verb put. The simple past form of the verb put is put. So there is no need to add ed to this verb. Now students, let's go back to our class book, page 69, exercise number 4. In this exercise, what you have to do is to circle the correct preposition in order to create the correct phrasal verb to complete the meaning of each sentence. In the first sentence, you already have the answer. I'm going to give you 1 minute to answer the question, then I'll give you the correct answers. So guys, these are the correct answers. I hope that you have the same answers in your box. In the first sentence, you already have the answer. As I said before, please pick up your clothes from the floor, which means to collect your clothes. Number 2, he put down the box because it was very heavy. It means to put the box on the floor, down in the floor. Number 3, please put on or put away your toys now. The correct answer is away. Put away, which means to put the toys in their place. Number 4, we put on or we put down sun cream so we don't get sunburn. The correct answer is on, and it means to put sun cream on your body or on your face. Now, my students, we have a homework. This is page 59, exercise 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 4. I want you to practice what you've learned with me at home, and please give me your answers as soon as possible. Now, my students, I want to help you to know how to answer each one of these exercises. In exercise number 2, you have 4 phrasal verbs and you have 4 pictures. What you have to do is to match each phrasal verb with its correct picture. As in the first example, we have a nurse and we have a patient. The nurse looks after her patient, so she's taking care of her patient. As we learned before, to look after means to take care of somebody. In this exercise, you need to use your dictionary in order to know the meaning or to find the meaning of each one of these phrasal verbs. Just give me the meaning of each one of these phrasal verbs. In this exercise, you have a group of phrasal verbs. What you have to do is, just as in the first example, to fill each blank with its correct phrasal verb.
So my students, that's everything for today. If you have any questions, just contact me. I wish you the best of luck and I hope to see you all soon.